Okay, continuing on with the ring and my tangled thread. So we are going across so we can exit out of this bead here, so we can put these pink crystals right here in between or beside these fire polish. So Miku, stop, mouth and off. And get into there. So now I'm in position to pick up another 13-0 Charlotte, another crystal, go into the first fire polish, like so, and pull, and pick up a 13-0 and go into the next fire polish, like so. Hopefully you can see this on camera. And now you're going to pick up a 3mm and another fire polish. I have a really bent needle. And I've exited that way, so now I have to enter this way. So we're just kind of going back and forth, as you can see. I don't want to do that, but you have to. Okay, so now we have 3 of our crystals on each side. So we have 3 pink and 3 pink here. We still have a fire polish to do here. But now we're just going to go ahead and go into this crystal because we're already facing in this direction. We're going to go into the crystal and into the Charlotte that's between the 2 crystals. Between the 2 yellow crystals. So you want to exit out of the Charlotte right here between your 2 yellow crystals or whatever crystals you used. Okay, and now you're going to pick up a Charlotte and a crystal, and you're going to go right across into this Charlotte, skipping this one in the corner. You're going to skip this one in the corner, skip that one, and enter into this one on, or sorry, not that one. Or is it that one? Let me see. Yes, it's that one. And now this one's going to kind of sit on a diagonal. This crystal will be inside here on a diagonal once you pull it in there. Okay? Now you're going to pick up a Charlotte, another crystal, and you're going to go into this Charlotte between your 2 oh geez. Alright. You're going to go into this 13-0. Let me straighten my needle. It's driving me nuts. It's so bent. It just bends really easily now. Okay. So you're going to go in this one. If I can get my needle in there, which you should be able to. There we go. And it's not super tight here. It's just moving that Charlotte. There we go. And go into there after you've picked up a 15-0 or a Charlotte, whatever you're using, and a 3mm. And then you're going to place this crystal on the side like this, pulling it tight. Okay, so we're kind of straightening up our row here and sitting our crystals in there really, really pretty. So now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to pick up a 3mm and a Charlotte, and you're going to exit into this bead here. So you're going to skip 1 bead there in the middle and pull this through and place that in there. And now we have to place 1 more on a diagonal. So we're going to pick up a 3mm and a 13-0 or 15-0 Charlotte, and you're going to just go back down through all these beads here. So you're going to go all the way down till you're hitting back over here again, because now this side will be complete. So you may have to just do a few beads at a time with your passes because you don't want to be breaking threads or breaking needles. So let's squish that one in there. And there we go. Now you can see they're all nicely placed inside of your top there. Okay. And then we're just going to keep working down till we get to that other end. Back through this one. Pulling tight. Make sure you pull your thread not too tight that you're going to break your thread with your crystals. And we need to get into this last charlotte here. So I'm just going into the crystal like this. And now I want to exit in the charlotte. And there we go. Okay, so now we're exiting in this charlotte. Now you're going to pick up a charlotte, a 3mm. You're going to go across into your first fire polish because you're going to stick a charlotte between them. Oopsies. Like this. Pick up a charlotte and go through your next fire polish and place that there. And now you're just going to repeat exactly what you did over here. You're going to do into this little area here, so your ring looks identically the same on both sides. And it pulls all your crystals together in a square a rectangle formation. As you can see, my yellow row, compared to what it looked like before, it was all funky and messy like, and now it's nice and straightened up. And that's how this got all straightened up as well, with these red and gold crystals in here as well. So this ring is so pretty. I love it. But I do want to change this here because I'm going to put 15 O's in here instead of these big beads, because it's way too big. Doesn't matter what finger I put it on, it doesn't fit. So alright, now we're going to pick up a 3mm, a charlotte, and we're going to exit through here. But we're not going to run all the way through all our beads again. So what we're going to do is take a shortcut, which is not noticeable because I've done it on both rings. Place that there. Is just bring your needle around this charlotte and go right back through these entire row of beads, including the charlotte at the other end. Well, I can't hook it. There we go. Go through that entire row of beads, pulling nice and tight. Pull those beads back in place, and then just exit through your charlotte in the direction you need to go in. So I'm going in this direction, and then I'm going to try and snag this, oh no, just this charlotte. There we go. Okay, so now we're in position to add exactly what we have over here. So you're going to pick up a charlotte, a 3mm, and you're going to go on a diagonal. You're going to skip this crystal, this charlotte, and this crystal, and you're going to go into the next charlotte on that edge and place your ring or your stone on your ring top and place that there. Okay, now you're going to pick up a 15O or a 13, a crystal, and you're going to go into this charlotte that's between the two fire polish on the edge like that, and pull. Like that. Nice and tight. Alright, now you're going to pick up a 3mm and a charlotte, and you're just going to jump across into this bead. So you're not going into this center one here at all on the edge. Okay, and now you're going to place this one in there as well. So as you can see, they're kind of like zigzaggy. It's really pretty. Now you're going to pick up a 3mm and a charlotte, and you're going to work your way. If you want to, you can work your way all around that outer edge again, just for some reinforcement and security, so you don't ever lose your beads. And I am just going to cut this little piece of thread off that's driving me crazy. That's just getting in the way of everything here. It's tangling up. It's got little threads showing everywhere from it, so I gotta get rid of it. It's annoying. Oops. So let's get this here. Oh boy. Alright. I'm going to try and pull this without this thread, which is tangling. Like this. Carefully. Well, there we go. We got her. Pontiac. Alright. So I'm going to get you guys to go all the way around your crystals on the outside, like all these yellow ones, and go in. Make sure you go into all the Charlottes and tighten this entire row up so it's good and reinforced and secured. And the ring base, or the ring top, is complete. And now all you need to do is get, I'm just cutting all these threads off because I can see them and it's driving me crazy. So I'm going to cut that off, and I'm going to cut this off because I don't need these threads. And what I need you to do now is get down into your ring base here, and you could just drop down right between your beads somewhere along here and do this. And drop your thread down. And I'm going to have major mess if I don't get rid of all this wrapped up stuff. Okay, now I need to come out of a side bead here. So I'm going to come out of the side here. Alright, it's just, I'm just going, it doesn't matter if your threads show here because you're not going to see this base. But we need to get into this corner here so we can do our right angle weave. So I'm just weaving my thread. I came up between some beads here, and now I'm just going to go into the nearest bead beside where I'm exiting, if I can. Actually, I'm just going to go through that one, which would be the easiest move, and then through this one, and then through this one, keeping in with my right angle weave, and this one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do some right angle weave in here so our side looks like this side, and we're going to fill this with all right angle weave. So like I said, when I get finished this tutorial, you guys are really going to hate me. Alright, so let's get into that one and then get into this side bead here. So we're in the side, we're in the bead. If you fold your ring like this, you have a bead sticking up here, a bead there, and you've got your row of beads here on the base of your ring. You need to be in this bead here that's attached to your base row, so you need to be in that bead there. Okay, now we're going to share beads again with the side and the one on the base. So let me grab some blue. No, let me grab some yellow so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, grab some yellow. And I will be right back. One sec. Okay, so as I said, we were exiting out of this side bead right here, and we're going to share this bead with this bead now to start doing our right angle weave here. So you're going to pick up 2 beads on your needle, and you're just going to come around into this bead on your base of your ring here, and you're going to pull those 2 beads in place like that. So now you've got 4 beads on here in your little loop. Now you're just going to come around and go through the bead beside where you're exiting. I've got tools wrapped around everything, my thread. And you're going to come around and go into this bead here on the bottom. And into this bead. And now you can see we're facing the wrong way to add another unit on here. So all you're going to do is drop down and go into the bead on the base of your ring. Exit that way. And now we're going to pick up 2 beads. And now we're going to come around and we're going to share the side bead with this unit as well. So now we're facing towards our beadwork. We have our unit here, but we need to exit out of this bead here in order to make another unit. So we're just going to go down through our base bead again, pulling tight, and we're just going to exit into the side bead. And now we're exiting outward. We can add another unit in here. So far we have 2 units done on this side. Pick up 2 more beads, and now you're going to come around and make a circle and going into the base bead on your base of your ring, pulling that through. Now we need to get in position on this side so we can add another unit, and we're going to come up through this side here into this bead here, down into your side bead, and again we're facing the wrong way now, so we need to go into the right bead, which will be, we have to exit out. Okay, I'm trying to pull this tight, but it got loose on me, so I'm just going to hold it and pull tight. And now we're going to exit into the next bead onto the base to add another unit, like this. Okay, so now we have 3 units. And we need to have 1, 2, 3, we need 5 units. So we have 1, 2, 3. So pick up 2 beads, make a circle, come around and go into this side bead, like this. Like that. And now we need to get into position, because now we're going to join our corners, and that'll give us our 5 units. So by means of that, I'm just exiting on, I just exit through the bead on the base. Now we're going to exit on the side bead, like this. So we're on the side bead of that last unit we put on. Now we're going to be sharing 1 bead, 2 beads, 3 beads. So we already have 3 beads in this unit. To close that corner up, now just pick up 1 bead and now go through this bead on the side of your unit, which would be this bead here. And now you're going to go through this bead on the base, and we're just going to close this circle. Coming up through the side in the last unit you put on. So I'm coming up into that bead. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, our 5 units. Okay? Now you need to exit out of this bead, because now we're going to make our bottom, and we're going to use all of these beads here that are in our base of our ring here. So as you can see, all our side beads are here. So we need to share beads again in this same way. So we're exiting out of this bottom bead. We are going to share this side bead, so I'm going to exit into that side bead so I can join my unit. Alright, so you're going to pick up 2 beads. You're going to come around and make a circle, adding your 2 beads, like so, without snagging everything, and adding a unit in there. Now we want to be out of this side bead here, so let's go through the one on the base. Then we'll go through the bottom bead, because what we're doing now is making basically a floor. Okay, and now you need to be exiting up in this bead, and again we're facing the wrong direction. Our thread's not going in the right direction, so when it faces towards your beadwork, you know you got to slip it into the next bead on the base. Okay, so here we are here, and pull. Now we're going to share beads again. We're sharing this bead and this bead. So pick up 2 beads, come around and make a circle, go into the side bead, like this. Exit through the bottom bead here of your side, like so. And then exit through the side bead of that unit. So now we're facing outward, which is a good sign that we don't have to go through any more beads. We're already on our side. We're sharing these 2 beads, and we're going to make our unit. So pick up 2 beads, come around, pick up the bead on the base, and pull. Go up through the side bead. We're still not in position because we need to be on the side here, on this side, so we can make another unit. There, there, on the side, and again we're facing our beadwork. We're not in position. So that tells us we need to go into the next bead on our base. Like that. Okay? Pick up 2 more beads. Come around in a circle and go into that side bead of your last unit. And through the base bead and back up the side bead. So now let's count how many units we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, we don't. We have 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. Yep. Okay, so I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 units. So now we're going to share this bead, and this bead. So we've got 3 beads already in our unit. Pick up your last bead and close your unit off by going through, this red bead here on the corner. Going through this bead. Now you're going to go through this bead on the base. You're just going to continue in your circle here through this bead. And through this bead. And now we need to exit into another side bead here. So we're going to exit into this side bead because now we're going to begin our next row, and we're going to work our way across the exact same way I just did here. So you're always sharing 2 beads throughout your entire row, making sure you use up all 5 of your 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm not seeing my 5th bead because somehow it got stuck here. But anyway, you should have 5 5 rows. So you're going to continue that all the way down till we get, because this is what your base is going to look like. You see, it makes it into a nice little box shape, and it finishes off the bottom of your ring and keeps this part very sturdy. And I'm going to go and finish this, and then I'm going to come back and show you what to do next.